Now it's just a simple matter of acting. Toss the coin in there, spread the deck, and there is the card. Was that your card, the ace of spades? And of course they say yes.
Hello, thank you for tuning in. I'm Monty from Monty's Magic. This is my 5th video in this series of how to force a card. So if you're enjoying this series, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment so we know how we're doing, and let us know what you'd like to see in the future. This video is, I'm really looking forward to this one because in this one I'll be teaching you my personal favorite force, the swivel cut force. I use it every time I'm performing a card trick. I hardly ever not use it. And I've also got one for you in this that's really complex. It'll be easy to understand, but it takes a lot of practice if you're going to learn to do this one. It uses a coin and a classic palm and a couple other things. So I think you'll enjoy that one. I don't know if you'll want to do it, but it's fun. So let's get started.
As usual, I'll use a blue back deck that's made up of all jokers from a normal deck, and I'll use one red card to show the force card. That'll make it easy. That way we'll easy to follow the ace of spades. The flip-flop force. In this force, we're going to force the very top card, the ace of spades. So place your force card on top of the deck. You can have the spectator shuffle the card as long as you keep the force card on the top. A nice thing about this one is you can actually force a couple of cards if you want. But what you do is place your force card or multiple force cards if you want on top of the deck. We're going to have 2 spectators cut the cards. Tell the first spectator to cut off a few cards from the top of the stack, like this, and turn them over and place them back on the stack. Then tell the next spectator to cut down a little deeper, take off a few cards, and turn them over one more time. So then all you do is say, okay, that should mix them up fairly well. So we will just deal out the cards until we get down to the first card that is not upside down, and that'll be the card that you pick. And because of the double turnover there, the first card that you turn over will always be your force card, the ace of spades. That works just simply because the first time you turn over, it's like that, and then when you have them cut a little bit deeper, you can see the ace turns back over, and now it's the top of the deck. But with a little bit of time misdirection in there, they never catch it. For the next force, a short card force, we'll need an extra card. We'll use, I'll use a 9 here, but it could be any card. Of course, it should be the same color as this. I just made it red right now to make it easier for us to follow. We're going to have to prepare this card, so you're going to have to get it ready. What you need to do is take your scissors and trim off just a small little amount. It doesn't take much off the top of the card. This little bit here is probably enough. That makes this card just a little bit shorter than the other cards. And that opens up a whole world of things for us. If we take the short card, I'll set my first card aside for a minute. If we take the short card and put it anywhere in the deck, because it's a little bit shorter card, if we riffle down through the deck like this, it will automatically stop at that force card there, okay? Like this, it'll automatically start like that. So what you do is you take the short card, place it on top of the deck. Your card on top of that, the force card. You can shuffle the deck as much as you want, as long as you keep those 2 cards on the top. Cut the cards, and this is a regular cut, no false cuts, so that your card cuts to about the middle of the deck. So right now, we have the force card and the short card in about the center. Now, since the short card is there, if we riffle down through the cards like this, it will automatically stop the moment you hit that short card, and there's your force card right on top of it, the ace of spades. Okay? So you would just go like this, boom. So here's all you do, is you tell the spectator, okay, tell me when to stop. It doesn't matter when they say stop. because you're going to automatically stop when you hear it hit that forced card right there. And then you show this. So, okay. So this is what it looks like. Short card, forced card. Shuffle the deck. I'll mix them up really good so you don't know what's happening. And cut them one time. Sure. How's that? That look good to you? Great. Now do me a favor. Tell me when to stop. Any place you want. I'll just riffle through them like this and you say stop. Okay? Right there? Perfect. Okay, you remember this card. Don't let me see it. And that is what we will use for this prediction that we're going to do. And that's the short card. The corner short force. Works very similar to the short card that we just did, except we're only making one corner here short. What I usually do is just grab a pair of finger clippers and clip off one corner here, like that, which makes it just a little bit shorter. You can round it if you want to make it look really good. Okay. Like this, the better you make it look, the more convincing it'll be. Okay. And do the same thing over here. Just clip off a little bit of the corner like that. So it's a little bit shorter on there. Okay, now we have a corner short card. It works exactly the same as the other card. When it's in the middle like this, okay, it will stop, but it won't stop it like this. That would be normal. This one we do a little bit different. We do it like this. And when they say stop, okay, it'll always stop on the corner.
This next force is my personal favorite. I use it in just about every performance I do. If I'm doing a card trick, you can bet I'm using this force at least once. I call it the swivel cut force. You can shuffle the cards like this. Tell the spectator that you're going to riffle down through the cards, and all they got to do is tell you stop. So you riffle down through the cards, they say stop. You cut the cards at that point, and then you show them their card, the ace of spades, which is the card you're going to use in the trick. Okay, how does that work? We'll go back to our red back card force so that you can see what's happening there. The card I'm forcing is on top of the deck. What we'll do is take the card, put it on top of the deck. You can, like I said, shuffle the cards. All you have to do is keep your force card on top of the deck there. And we are going to riffle down through the cards, and they do get a free choice. Wherever they say stop, that's where we'll stop. You go down like that, say they say stop there. And here's where the trick starts coming in. I'm going to swivel off this top portion here. Notice how it's pivoting around my thumb right there. Okay, you can see it pivoting around the thumb. I'm going to pivot that card over into this hand, just like this, tap, and then thumb off the top card, the ace of spades. Very simple force. Timing is the main thing. It needs to be smooth so that they don't follow it. It needs to be casual, so they're not burning the card. But frankly, I've never been caught. And I have been doing this force for years. It's a lot easy. It's really easy to follow with the red back card, but it's very, very deceptive with a normal card. So I just riffle down. They say stop. Swivel over, drop the top portion of the deck into my hand, tap, and then hand them the top card, which they think is the top card of where it was cut. One more time, and I'll do it as slow as I can. Shuffle the cards, keeping your force card on top. Have the spectator tell you when to stop. Does not matter where. Swivel over and drop the top portion of the pack into your left hand. Tap. That's where most of the deception occurs, is in the tap. Without the tap, it doesn't fool anybody. It's weird. Then just simply thumb off the top card, your ace of spades. And that's the swivel cut force. For this next force, we're going to use a coin and a classic palm. So you want to be able to classic palm a coin. If you can't do that, go study my video on Classic Palm that I just recently produced. And that'll help you with that. There won't be any, you won't have much trouble after that. Except it does take practice. Classic Palm takes a little bit of practice to do it right. Okay, there's two ways of doing it. Well, there's multiple ways. We'll show you a couple of them here. The easiest one is if we want to force this card, is just simply start off with the deck on the table like this. Put your coin on top, or it can be any item for that. I'm going to take the coin and we'll vanish a coin, toss it in there, and then all you have to do is spread the cards, and where you spread the cards, your coin is right on top, and you say that is the card we'll use, the ace of spades. I still have the other coin over here. Okay, that's the easy way. Now let's talk about the harder ways. For the next ones, we'll only use one coin. That makes it a little harder, but it also creates a lot of advantages. For example, now the coin can be signed or initialed, which makes it really good. Start with your card on the top of the deck, like this. Okay, you can shuffle if you want to. On the coin. Spectator thinks it's over here, but it's still in Classic Palm. Have the spectator cut the deck. You're going to complete the cut. When they do, pick this up, drop that coin on the top of the deck here. It's covered by your hand as you bring this across. So now here's the situation. You have your deck here. You have the coin secretly there because you just dropped it there as you complete the cut. So the rest is acting. All you have to do is just pretend to toss it in the deck over here like that. And there it is. Now you can just simply spread the cards and reveal the ace of spades. Just simply tell them that your coin is going to find the card, not you. You can also use this as a reveal, and this is one of the things I really like about it, because I do this a lot. If you're going to use it as a reveal, we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to force a card and tell them, I want you to pick a card, and we'll use this coin to find your card. So you put your force card on top of the deck. Shuffle the deck. Tell the spectator to pick a card. You can use any one of the forces covered in the videos that I've been doing here. I'll use the swing cut force, which I just showed you. Okay, so the card's on top. We just shuffled the cards. Okay, I tell the spectator, tell me when to stop. There, perfect. We'll tap there. Okay, like that. I'm going to control the card back to the top and do one or two false cuts like this. If you don't know those false cuts, you can just simply set this one down, move this one over, and move that one right back on the top. So now we've had them pick a card, controlled it to the top, did a false shuffle to make it look good. You simply pick up the coin, vanish it. People think it's over here, but it's still Classic Palmed. Cut the deck like this. We're going to complete the cut, and as we do, we're going to drop that coin on the deck there, like this. And now it's just a simple matter of acting. Toss the coin in there, spread the deck, and there is the card. Was that your card, the ace of spades? And of course they say yes, because you forced it on them. Okay. One more time. I really like doing this. We're going to have them pick a card, and then we're going to use the coin here to find the card. And you can't even have them initial the card. Tell them to that you're going to go down through the deck here. I want you to remember this card. Put it back on the deck. Now I'm going to control it to the top. You don't tell them that by keeping a pinky break. Just swiveling it off there, and now it's back on top. I would suggest you finish with a false shuffle or cut of some kind. I use kind of a fancy one here, but you can just simply do this, and complete the cut, and there you are. So now it's back on top. Would you please sign the coin so we know it's this coin? Great. We'll take the coin, I'll put it over here in this hand, and I'm going to cut the cards one time. Now let me complete the cut here. If we complete the cut, all you have to do is take that coin, toss it down in the deck like that, and your card right here